everyone, welcome to another live stream. This is a continuation of the curriculum app that I've been building, where basically users can, let me go into it here, can keep track of all their learning progress in whatever they're learning and kind of create their own curricula. So here are the mock-ups, the details about the project and everything on GitHub. My GitHub is Gwen F, and the name of this app is Curriculum App on GitHub. So you can find it there. I have some issues and a project board with tasks that I've been working on. So feel free to take a look at what I'm working on, make suggestions, etc. So today, well, last time I was working on this section. So basically when you check off different pieces in your learning curricula, sorry, this is my foster kitty because the shelters have limited staff now, so I took on a new foster kitty. Anyway, come on. That's it. Yeah, so we got these to work. We got this add modal set up. And then we need to get this edit doesn't do anything. These icons, edit and delete. So we need CRUD operations set up for these. And of course, that'll be the same for resources or projects. So I think I'll get started with that today. All right. So if you're watching, you can say hi in the chat so it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself. Hi, I'm Tranchy. How are you? Yeah, so, another thing that I did was in my VS Code, I have, I switched this, awesome. I switched this to Vim bindings because I like Vim so much, but the reason why I use an editor instead of Vim is because of the tooling, of course, but a lot of it's because of copy paste and a few other things that are kind of weird in Vim. So I think this is the best of both worlds, using Vim in VS Code, which hopefully is going to make me a lot faster once I get used to it again. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was my foster cat. Hi, Mehmet. How are you? No, I don't keep exotic animals. Yeah, so I have to get into these sections and figure out where to put these CRUD operations. So I'm gonna go, let's see, in components, because this is inside the create or the display curriculum view. And I pretty much abstracted away all of the templating into other files. Awesome. Great. Did you come from my Vue content? A lot of people came here because of the Free Code Camp Vue video. Yeah, so this is broken up into the display curriculum folder, into these items. So I have sections. Cool. Yeah, I love using Vue. It's just such a well-designed framework. So this is the add item modal, which I don't want. So in sections, so this is this plus icon. And now I need to find these two icons. So I think they're right here. And right now I'm just logging out temp, which let me see if it's actually logging. Because sometimes with Vuetify, Hey, nobodies. Good to see you again. Cats are dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. They're really cute, but they're also vicious carnivores who tear things apart. And for some reason we like vicious animals. Oh, console is undefined. Oh, okay. So I guess I can't use console.log in here. That's weird. Yeah. Oh well. That's not a big deal. So I'll just put a function here then. So let me start with the pencil. And let's say, oops. I'm still getting used to these Vim bindings again. Man. Okay, so I need, let's say, no. I mean, there are so many street cats, and some of them need medical attention, and they all need to be, spayed and neutered so we aren't overrun with cats, because cats really have no natural predators almost. So they just thrive, and you get these huge cat colonies, and they just keep having kittens, and then it's hard to take care of all these cats. So it's good for them to be in the foster system, spay and neutered, get into a home where they're treated nice and off the streets. So yeah, I try to help because there's kitten season when it's warm out, and cities are just overrun with kittens everywhere. So I try to take cats in, help them until they get adopted by somebody. Or if they're sick, maybe they have an upper respiratory infection, someone needs to give them medicine every day. And the shelters don't have a lot of funding, so they try to get them out into people's homes because they don't have enough space. Anyway, so I need this edit. I guess this is an edit item. I don't already have edit item, right? No, I don't. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, yeah. So edit item, and then I need to make a function. Well, first I'll need to pass it which item. So this is okay. So this is for projects. That's okay. I can start with projects. And this is which project. So I need to pass it which project, and then also which section. So section is I, and that's resource. So section is I, and project is K. Okay, and then so I'm passing in edit item, and then let's see. So I don't have any methods here. I think, yeah, that's because I'm passing in all of the methods from here. So should I put a method in here? Because it seems like I'm just, let's see. I'm just putting all of them in here. Save new item. Dialog. Yeah, maybe I will pass it in from up here. So I'll have to do, oh wait, save new item. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I have edit item now, which will be a function. And then let's see. So save new item, and then I'm going to do, no, edit item. And then in here, I'm going to take in, what was it first? It was the section index. Section index. And then the next one was the item index. Okay, so edit item. So section index and item index. And first let me go ahead and add this to the projects. I'm so used to holding the up arrow, but now with J and K on the Vim bindings, I can't. So anyway, so edit item. Let me just look for, no wait. That's for ToggleDialog, so let me just search for V icon. Okay, so these are back at resources. So here's what I want. Why is this not working now? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, never mind. So here. And then I think for sections, I put Vim bindings in here because I like Vim so much, and because I think it's going to make this way faster once I get used to it. So just editing files and jumping around and stuff. Vim is just so nice to use. I think it's going to be good once I get used to it. So K, I think that resources uses J. Yeah. So I need to change this to J. And then, okay, so I'm done in this file. And now I need to work on this edit item method. So let's see, insert. So first of all, let me console.log section index and item index. And then edit item is not a function. Oh, because I'm not passing it in actually. So actually this is too zoomed in. Yeah. So let's see. So let me search for sections and then save new items. I guess after this I'll put edit item equals edit item. Okay. So now I should see this. So let me do it again. Okay, good. Awesome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to pass in the type if it's a project or a resource, because otherwise I'm gonna get confused with just the indexes. So here I'm gonna have to put project. No. That would be resource. Oh, what movie are you going to watch? Okay, and now in the other edit item, I'll have to do project. Okay. So now I'm passing in if it's a project or a resource. So now I also have type. Oops. So, okay. And now what do I want to do with this? So when someone edits this, I actually need to open the modal when they click this. So I guess edit item should only open the modal. And then I'm going to have to do like another method, save edit. Save edit. So I don't actually know what I'm going to be using this for right now. Okay, so actually I want this, which is, oh, I guess I copy it with YY in Vim. Okay, so, and, oh, this is save edit. So actually, let's see. So an edit item, yeah, so here I'm just going to put, oh wait, this dialog show equals true. And then I might have to set these to something, I don't know yet. But let's see if this works. Okay. Okay, enter name, enter link, and it's not showing. Oh, okay. It's not showing the like enter resource name or enter resource link, so I need to set something. This .dialog type. Okay. Here, I'm going to do it first. So this .dialog type equals type. And then, yeah, so now it works. And I have the header. So now if I save the resource, then, because I can already check this off, so I'm already sending a patch request to, let me find that file, the store, let's see, actions. So I'm sending all of these patch requests. So patch type, this is where I'm updating checkbox values. Oh, it's anime. ID invaded. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Of course, I'm not really big into anime. Although I don't know if you guys have Disney Plus where you are, but I've been binging on all the Star Wars movies because I think they have all of them except the Han Solo movie. Sequel injection thriller. Okay, so now I have this coming up, and of course the modal acts normally. So I want to see in the, why isn't this working? Oh, I'm in the wrong file. That's why. Or I could just type in data, yeah. So I have type show name link. Okay, so how am I saving? Let's see, because in the dialog doesn't know which one I'm editing. Yeah, it's pretty hard to find the originals now because they've all been digitally enhanced. So you can tell there's some CGI, like modern CGI in the 1970 films, because they did some things, you know, besides just making the image sharper and stuff. They also weirdly added in some deleted scenes, like in A New Hope, they added in the scene with Jabba the Hutt, and who is it? Oh yeah, at Han Solo's plane, and Jabba says that, oh, you need to pay me my money. It was a weird scene. So yeah, it's almost impossible to find the originals, but they're still good, even digitally modified. Okay, so selected curriculum, edit field. So I think in here I need to add, because I think in the dialog I need to add where the dialogues come from. Like which field it's editing. So so I guess I can put item index. I guess I'll put item index and section index here. That's the only way I can think of, so that I know, because I have the same save button, you know, whether I'm adding a resource or I'm editing one. So how can I differentiate, you know, and triage this to go to the right functionality? So I think I need to have these two, and they're only populated if it's an edit function. So let me say, so edit item. So I have to do this dot dialog dot item index. Oops. Dot item index equals item index. Yeah, I could set in is editing, but I need to save this stuff anyway, like the item index and the section index. So I was thinking I would just check to see if these were populated, and then I would know, you know what I'm saying? Like I would know if I was editing an item versus creating a new one based off of these fields. So if this contains anything, then I guess it's a number anyway. So maybe I will just add a Boolean because it's more explicit. So I could do it like is editing equals true. Okay. So then if I do, let's see, data. So here I could do is editing false. I live in the US in Indianapolis. So it's kind of pretty close to the East Coast, if you don't know where it is. Like I drive to Boston, North Carolina, New York. I can get there in 15 hours or less driving, so it's not too bad. Then we'll also use that to have, oh, that's right. I need to do create or update on the button, because this is save. So I could change this to create resource and then this to update resource. Yeah, that would be good to have two different buttons, and that will triage it to the right method to call. All right, so I have is editing, and so where is that? Oh, it's in the modal. I need to get to the add item modal. So the button is here, and then that doesn't work. Ink it. No. Paste. Okay, that works. So this is save new item, but instead of this, I'm going to put, create whatever, create project or create resource. And then this one, I'll do update resource or project. Just change the span. But then I have to call, so if I did it with one button, I would call one method, and then the method here, no. The method in the parent would, like, save new item, would have to triage based off of whether it's update item or you're actually saving a new one. But I guess a lot of this information is the same either way. So, and I could always move it out into another method. Okay, so I'll do save, but instead of, let's see, save new item, I'll just say save item. Oh yeah, and then I have to update it everywhere. So save new item, and then save item. Put span vf is editing. Then inside the method call. Yeah, and then I'll call a different action based off of that. All right, thanks. I think that's good. So now I have save item, so I do need to change it in here. So let me do the same thing to save item. And then, so I'll get rid of the second button then. And then here, I'll do, I guess I can just do like a, what is it? Oh, dialog dot is editing, and then question mark, and then, oh wait. And then if it's not editing, I'll do update. And then, So I think that works. I don't really need a span inside of here. I don't think. Because if it's editing... Oh no, I have this backward. So if they're not editing, then it should be created. I think that's it. And then save item, dialog.type, section index. So I'm gonna set these before this actually. So I'm gonna do just send in dialog.type and that's it. And I think that should be good because I should set, well, let's see. I should already have the section index set. Actually, this is a number. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I'll initialize it as null. Try not to use the... I could switch them around. I just always think like this reads as not, so if you're not editing the dialogue, then it's create if you are. All right, I'll take it out. Not a big deal. So I'll... And then this probably wasn't the most efficient way to do this. Still getting used to these key bindings. So, oh no, it was create. So here, let me go back and, oh no, I have an extra space still. Okay. So got rid of that. Now let me go back to the method. And edit item. Oh yeah, I won't need this method anymore. So it's this method that triages them. Edit items, the section index. So how am I passing in section index to save item? Let me look at this. So save item. Wait, save item. Oh, it's still save new item. I thought I changed this. Was that the method that I save item. Save item, save item. So I'm passing in save item to sections. Yeah, so I'm not crazy. So I have save item here, but this is just for the update. Yeah, so I need to update this. So let me go in here. So save new item. Oh, I'm in the modal right now. Okay. So I'm wondering, let me go over to sections. So all this save new item has to be updated. Okay. So that's better. And now if I go to this, when I save item, I'm passing in dialog.types. So actually, oh yeah, I got rid of the index. That's right. So let me go back to here. Okay, so here's the add item modal. So add item modal. Okay, so add item modal. So I'm passing in the section index when I open the modal. So I don't know why I have the modal in two places. Actually, this is a bad idea, because I have the add item modal. I think this was just me changing it into a modal from however I had it before. Yeah, because I have modal here, which is inside of whatever this is. Oh, resources. And then I also have modal inside of projects, which is a terrible idea. So I have to get rid of one of these and kind of redo how I'm doing the modal. Because when we had the form that just dropped down on the page, like right here or wherever instead of the modal, I had it in each section. But a modal only needs to be in one place because I can globally set the whatever you call it. I guess the state of the modal I can just globally set. Not sure why I didn't catch that before. Okay, so this add item modal, where is it? Here. So this one, need to copy. And then, should I have the modal in this file? Let's see. Yeah, I can just put it in this file. For right now. So what is it? Yeah, some of this stuff is a little bit harder. Okay, so I have the modal in this file. And now I just have one modal, so I won't be able to do this section index thing. So get rid of section index. I still have SaveItem, ToggleDialog, and Dialog, which is good. But now I'm going to have to pass in the section index when I first open the item, because it has to be saved somewhere. This makes a lot more sense. So I have to look for where I have edit item. I'm already passing in everything there. Toggle complete. So where is save item? Let me search for save item. So it's only inside the modal. Okay, so let me see. What about ToggleDialog, where I'm opening the modal? Yeah, so here I'm only passing in this. I need to be passing in the section index here. Yeah, I'm setting is editing to true, but not on creating yet. I need to change that on creating. So let's see. So I need to pass in the section index here. So ToggleDialog, pass in the section index, and let me see where I have ToggleDialog. Why doesn't my searching work right now? Okay, I give up. I'm just going to do regular searching. So ToggleDialog. Yeah, so here I need to do here. Let's see. I need to pass in the section index here too. So I pass in resource and then the section index, which is always I. And that should work. So then if I come back here and I go into ToggleDialog, I need to be passing in the section index, and then this .dialog. So if the dialog's already showing and they cancel the dialog, then it clears everything. So then I guess I'll set this .dialog.section index to null again. Oh yeah. Equals. So the section index. Oh, undo. And then what was the other one? Oh, item index. So item index equals null as well. Just so to make sure those things are cleared if this is canceled. So, right. So the create item, I do need to set it. So here, so if they hit ToggleDialog, then I'm assuming okay. So if they're opening the dialog, then I want to set this .dialog.section index equals section index. And I want to, because this is if they're opening a create dialog in this function. And I'm already setting the type, so I don't think there's anything else I need to set here actually. Except, oh, is editing. Yeah, I need to set is editing. This .dialog is editing to true. No, to false. To false. Okay. So this will open and close the dialog because I do have a separate method for, where is it? Edit item, which opens the dialog except in edit mode, which I'm starting to wonder if I should have these separate, if it makes sense. Because let's see. All right. Because this edit item, all it does is open the dialog and set these methods. And ToggleDialog basically checks if the dialog, I guess if the dialog's already showing, then clear everything. If it's not showing, then assume that they want to create. But I could add okay, this is refactoring everything. So let's say, no, after section index, let's say I put item index here, and then I can add so I could add an else if here that says basically item index. So if they pass in an item index, oops, what did I do? I don't know what happened there. But else if item index. So if they pass in an item index, then I know for sure they want to edit an item. So yeah, so I can put all of this stuff in here, and otherwise if they open a dialog but aren't editing an item, then they're creating, so then these things are true. So now I can get rid of edit item, and now let me search for edit item. Okay, so it's only on that row, so I can get rid of it, and then I'll get rid of it in sections too. So edit item. So okay. Edit item. Okay. And then I'm going to change this to toggle dialog. And then, oh yeah, I need to change this around. So I is the section index, and this is the item index is J. So I'll just get rid of these and put them after. Oops. So so I and J, and then so let's see here. So resource, oh, I'm passing in the wrong thing. So let's see. Passing in resource. So, well, here I'm passing in project. Oh, maybe I had it in the wrong place. So let me get rid of this. So this is I and K. I and K. I think this new editing method is confusing me with these bindings. Okay. So I have oh yeah, I have ToggleDialog here. And then I'm pretty sure I put it in the wrong place somewhere. So this is the pencil icon, that's good. And this is the pencil icon, that's also good. And then, oh, this is the plus box icon. Man, so this is where I screwed up. So this isn't supposed to be ToggleDialog. This is supposed to be Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. It is. Oh well. So, but there's no item on it. That's right. So this opens create a new item, and there's no item index because there's no current item to edit. And here it's the same way. So that's good. Project. Projects. So what is it expecting? Project or projects? So in ToggleDialog, it has type. And then in SaveItem, so SaveItem expects this has to be plural because this goes into the backend, expects projects or resources. But in the modal, I'm taking the dialog.type and making it plural. Yeah, when I call this method the SaveItem. So that's what I'm using. So ToggleDialog, SaveItem. So all of these should be singular. Oh no, that's toggle complete. ToggleDialog. So that's another thing I'll have to fix at some point. ToggleDialog. So it looks like all of the ToggleDialogs are singular. That's good. Okay, so there's really no problem there. All right, so now that I have those all fixed, it's already been almost an hour. So let's see. Let me make sure it still works. Okay, so I have that. And now I need to call some kind of method from SaveItem. So in SaveItem, I'm no longer taking in the section index. The type is plural, resources or projects. And now I need to check. I think I should put an if statement here, because no matter what, I am passing in the name and link, because whether it's updated or created, that's the same. Payload, I'll have to add the item index if I'm updating an item. So I need an if statement here. And then I'll see if I move this into another method after. But basically, if first let me pull out something from this.dialog. So I'm going to pull out, because now I have section index, so I don't need to be pulling in all of the sections. Oh no, because I need the ID. So oh wait, I'm going to need to do this first. Yeah. Because I'll need the section index from here then. All right. And I also need the item index and is editing from this.dialog. And now I can say if is editing and I'll do payload. Let me make this a let Even though it'll still work, I think it's better to use let because I'm going to be updating payload. So payload dot item index equals item index, and then I need to call another method. Oh yeah, if I call it patch section, I should just have one called this dot post section, and then pass it payload. All right, and then else else is wait, you can't find the GitHub repo? Let me I'm not sure because it seems to strip links, but I can try. Do you see my link that I posted? Yeah. It's Gwen F. curriculum app. Okay, cool. I guess it's okay for me to post links, but not anyone else. Just dot post section. Oh yeah, I need to replace the E. All right. And now I need to actually create this method. So, let me go. I could push the code right now, but it's broken. So let me fix it before I push it. So I need post section. So let me look for patch section. Okay, so here, post section. Okay, and now let me create it in actions. All right, bye, Mehmet. It was good seeing you. If you have any suggestions for the project or live streams, let me know. I'm trying to make them a little bit faster and more interesting and get used to the switching back and forth between the chat. But yeah, bye. Thanks for tuning in. So patch section. So I'll put it after this, I guess. So yank. Now paste. So post section. And now the one thing I need to add is the... Oh, I need an item ID here. So not just to pass in the item index, but the item ID. So how do I do that? Let's see. So I have the section here. So in section, I have the type. Thanks. Yeah, that's something I've been working on. I feel like some streams I do better than others. Like sometimes my mind shuts down and I just can't think of what to do next. And it is hard to pay attention to chat and even to talk out loud. Also, one thing I have trouble with, if you watch any of my videos, it's very choppy. Like I say part of a sentence and then the rest of the sentence and then one sentence at a time. I don't really have fluid communication skills. I don't know how to call it, or how you would call it. But that's something I've been working on, just being able to speak more in a more fluid manner, I guess. So section index. So I already have the section. So actually, I don't know why I copy pasted that. So I have the section, so I need to look up the item index. So it'd be something like section type and then item index and then item ID. And then I would have to do payload. Oh wait, because I don't need item index, I need item ID. So then item ID and then, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've done, I think this is like 35 live streams or something. So it's definitely getting better. I'm definitely not as nervous usually when I do live streams. That's another cat. Just overrun by cats now, locked in my house. All right, so okay. All right, so item ID and then so if they're editing, I got the item ID. Let me make sure. So section type item index. And then I think I'll need to do, I'll pull the ID off. That's right. So what I actually need to do is destructure this. So underscore ID. And now I'll have to set this to underscore ID. Yeah, because otherwise I'd be setting this to the whole object, the whole item. So let me see if this is the correct way to get that. So section type item index. Let me look in the Vue Dev Tools. And the component, so display curriculum component, I have the selected curriculum. Let me take any section. So this is a section, and then if I go into projects, which is the type, and then item index, yeah, so I should be able to pull the ID off of that. So that's good. And now let's see. Yeah, that should work. And now I have the ID on here. So now if I go back into actions in my post, I can put item ID. Yeah, that was my cat meowing. She does these crazy meows. She tries to bring me toys when I'm locked in my office as presents so that she can jump on my desk. But of course I don't want her on my desk right now because cats tend to sit in the middle of everything you're trying to do. On my keyboard, just everywhere. Yeah, it is kind of cute. I have so many cat pictures though. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so curriculum section, section ID, type, which is resources or projects, and then I have to put the ID here. So I'll have to put the item ID, and then I should be doing this. So this is very similar to this because I'm doing item ID here, except item.id, which I need to fix. I think off, maybe in between next streams, I should clean up some of this code. It'll help me get used to the new key bindings too. So item ID, and I'm making a post. Yeah, because here I'm making a patch to items. So patch type, but post section. So this should be post type then, I guess. And I wonder if this should be, I think all of these need to be refactored because they're not quite right. But I'll leave this as post section for right now. So I'm posting to item ID, which now I'm going to have to open the back end. So let's see. In the API, I have curricula, router.route, ID. So I think it's, close that. I think it's this one. And I'm not sure why I have a get request here, because I never get this. So I think that was just extra from copy paste. Oh yeah, for testing purposes only. Okay, so I guess I'll leave it there for now until I get rid of it. So get patch. Let me do post here dot post async function request response, and then let's see. So am I doing this correctly? So if I'm editing, I shouldn't be posting, I should be patching actually. So this is backwards. Okay. So I'm going to switch this around. Oops. Man. Okay. So in this one will be post section. There we go. Okay. So if editing, it should be patched. If not, then it should be post. And let me reflect that in the actions. So here, yeah, if I'm editing, I shouldn't be posting, I should be patching. And then here, yeah, I mean, I'm overwriting both fields anyway, so maybe it should be a put. But I need to refactor all of this anyway because I don't think I'm calling them the right things. Because these go to the same endpoints. For one thing, one's item.id and one's item ID. And then another thing, this is patch section and this is patch type. Yeah, so which doesn't make sense. And then here, so this is the post. That's one thing I was confused about. I was like, why is this set up like that? That's a post because I'm adding a new item. So that's definitely a post. And then this patch needs to be something else. I think this is the grievous one, or I guess the one that needs to change. Okay, so now in patch, now I have to change these in the back end too, actually. So here. So all of this patch functionality is actually a post. So I'm going to have to change that. So post, and then this is patch. And then this will just update that item. So I need to find the item and update it. which I'm already doing, yeah, with update 1. So in the SaveItem method, I'll use an if else to change the URL. I'm sending the object to here. I am kind of doing that because I'm just changing patch versus post. And then the URLs are all handled in here. And I want to keep these actions separate. Actually, these commits are worthless right now to mutations. I need to fix those. Yeah, that's why data doesn't update right away. I have to refresh the data from the backend. So let me actually add an issue right now as I'm coming up with these problems. So let me add, I guess, update actions to push new data. It's not the best wording, but anyway, let me create an issue from this, convert to issue, and now I'll say right now data updated in the backend is not being reflected until the user or until the data is pulled in again. Yeah. Need to create mutations to update local data. There. Okay. So I think that's good. I don't know why this is still here, because I guess this is an easy thing that I could do, but I'll put it over here for now. I'm actually from Boston, so I moved here a couple years ago. And yeah, the tech scene is really booming here. Honestly, I have been looking at housing back out in Boston, thinking about moving, since everything I do is remote now and has been remote for quite a while. So I might move back. The only thing about Boston is that it's so expensive and it's continuously rated as having the worst traffic in the US because, you know, the Big Dig. I don't know if you've heard of the Big Dig, but that was a big building project that basically failed. It was billions of dollars and a third of it collapsed. That was supposed to fix the traffic problem. So yeah. Oh, you're from the Cape? I'm from Hull, actually. Like that area, South Shore. Cool. So what part of the Cape are you from? Let's see. Dennis, I'm not sure where that is. I don't know all of the different towns there. I know like Hyannis, and then further down, what's further down than that? I guess P-Town. Well, P-Town's at the end, but Mid-Cape. Okay. So thanks. Do you mean the code or us chatting or what? Okay. So you must be pretty close to Hyannis. Well, you're further down than Plymouth, so I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up after. But yeah, Cape Cod is just so beautiful. Like, it's one of my favorite places. The whole Cape is really nice. It would be so nice to have a house out there. As long as the seawater doesn't rise and, wash us all away. Okay, totally distracted now. So patch section, post section in this. I'm patching, so that's good. So why don't I start off, if I'm doing the API, I should start off just grabbing the data that I need from the params and body. So let me grab these and put them here. And to the east of a town named after a medical problem. Oh, okay. Hyannis. Yeah, I used to go down there because there's some kind of bridge that people jump off of there into the ocean. When I was young, of course, not now. Now I'm just on the computer all day. So, okay, so I'm missing. So in the request.params, I need the item ID here, which, it's called type ID. So I'll have to pull off type ID. Oh, I'm already pulling off type ID. Sweet. So I don't have to change anything there. So in request.body though, I don't have is completed, which type ID. Oh, right. This is because that's the checkbox. So when I'm updating the checkbox. Oh, wait, I messed up. So this is actually supposed to be a patch. So I'm going to have to change this one then, because I'm going to have to change this to a put, I guess, because the reason why this is a patch is because it's updating just the checkbox. So if I change this, I'm breaking the API. Nameless, there will be. Yeah. So you mean for the Free Code Camp YouTube channel? Right now, where I live, we're running a free coding program at the library. So we are, twice a week, we have new, I guess, classes that we teach different programming topics. And then people graduate in 3 months doing it part-time. So I want to open source all that material that we've made. Car Talk. I haven't listened to Car Talk in forever. Are they still around? If you don't know, Click and Clack, Car Talk, the Tappet Brothers, whatever else they call themselves, is this radio show. It's a car radio show. But they're from the Boston area, so anyone from New England seems to listen to them, and you can't get around it. And it's weird because I don't like cars, but I've listened to them just because I'm from that area. So I'm not going to do that. Okay. So I have these from request.params. Oh, I'm going to have to change from my front end in my actions. I need to change this. So this will be put. It's not even putting a section because I'm putting a type. I'm going to have to change this. So put type. It seems like when I change one thing, I'm just refactoring like 10 more things. Okay. So post section is the best of Car Talk. Yeah, they have an interesting sense of humor. But they also had interesting people call into the show. Like one person was a hippie in California who called in. he was living in a tree, but he kept hearing this car drive by every day with engine problems. So he called into the Car Talk show and described what kind of engine problems the car sounded like it was having. They gave him advice, and then I guess he went and lowered down the advice on a sign so that the car would see it when he was driving by, which is really funny. So yeah, they had some interesting situations on that show. So post section. So, okay. Let's see. So this is post section, which shouldn't be. This should be post item, really. Because a section is this whole thing, and that's not at all what I'm doing. And I do need an add section button down here, actually. And that will be post section. So I do need to get the naming correct. So here, this should be post item. This should be put item. And this should be patch item when I check the checkbox. Because I'm not rewriting the whole thing. Yeah. I haven't even thought about that show in years. That's funny. So all of this naming has to change because it's just all bad. So patch type. So patch type actually needs to be patch item. Yeah. Because I'm not actually patching the type there. Because the type is resource or project, so I'm not patching the type. I'm patching a single item in here. Thank you. What do you mean I could stream podcasts? You mean live interviews? I'm not sure. You know, honestly, my podcast interviews, when I was being interviewed at first, and now that I'm putting out a podcast, it's very edited because my voice, it seems like when I'm asking someone questions, my voice trails off or I miss something or for some reason. So I have to re-record my, my questions and stuff. You can stream it via podcasts. Oh, you mean Car Talk. Okay. Not my podcast. Yeah. I don't know. I might try it. I listen to a lot of Python podcasts and Vue.js podcasts and hacking podcasts. I might feel like I'm wasting time if I listen to Car Talk, but then again, it's such an important part of my childhood. Maybe I will. So patch item is the checkbox. This is put item, which is when I create a new item. That's put item. No, this is when I update the item. So this is put item. Okay. And then so this isn't section. This is post item. So now I have to change all these things because the app is completely broken. So post item, put item, patch item. So where am I calling these things from? From display curriculum. So this is put item. This is post item. And then, oh wait, where is the other one? ToggleDialog. Oh, patch curriculum, that's fine. Because that's where I'm basically updating these things at the root level of the object. Oh, am I buffering now? I feel like that happens on YouTube videos as I get toward the end. Thank you. I can't read your name. I'm not sure what it says, but thank you, whoever you are. I did take, what language is that? Serbian. Was it? No, Czech classes. It was Czech classes, and they were teaching me. It looks like that, but honestly, I can't remember anything that I learned because it was really difficult. Toggle complete patch type. So this is what I need to edit. So this will be patch item. And now I need to update all these method calls. And I might just call it at this and then fix the rest later. So this would be patch item, post item, and then put item. Okay. All right, so I have patch item. This still works. Put item was the one I still need to program, and then post item should work, but I have to check all these out. So, I guess I can add in another one. So, update action items to push new data. So I guess the next thing I need to do is finish hooking up put item action. Finish hooking up put item action and backend API. And I'll turn this into an issue. And so on the API, what do I need? Oh yeah, this is the put. So this isn't working at all right now. So I do need to, yeah, just finish put. I guess that's fine. I'll fill in more stuff in there afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna finish the live stream here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This thing is just, it's taking a while to finish this, but I'll go ahead and yeah, make some more tasks in here and schedule. I'll try to live stream another 3 times this week so that I can get more of this done. Finish hooking this up, make it usable. I was hoping to do it this week. So if I do 3 live streams, then maybe I can get this at a usable state to where I can deploy it this week. I definitely won't have the login functionality working, but I can save this in local storage so, people can actually use it. So let me go ahead and commit this. Commit from live stream 22. It's been 22 live streams in this series already. And it pushed. Awesome. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I hope you have a good week, a safe week from everything that's going on. So I do have a podcast coming out tomorrow, which I think is interesting. So I think it's an interesting topic anyway, so I hope you check that out, and I will see you next time. Bye. I will.